as they headed to the locker room earlier on. The hometown crowd certain to give them a warm welcome. Welcome, folks. Thanks for tuning in to 2K. So Philadelphia will get the first possession. Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. Kelly Oubre out there with George. Then there's Tyrese Maxey. Then it's Joel Embiid.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
And we know injuries derailed last season for the Bulls, Greg, but with an aging core, you wonder where they go from here.
I mean, the Bulls are kind of stuck in the middle of things as it now stands. Not quite good enough to make a run in the East, but not in a position where they need to start over.
Chicago Bulls.
Now here's White. That's to Vucevic.
Good challenge that time by Embiid, using all that length quite well.
That's no good. Misses his first shot of the night from outside the arc. Drains it from beyond the arc. Embiid's got 5 now.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Fires from deep. It's hauled in by George. The 76ers are gone. 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Embiid inside, defended by Dosunmu, and George gets it to go.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit.
Giddey, no one around him. Hits the three-point bomb.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
And Nick Nurse, Greg, the 26th head coach in 76ers franchise history.
And Kevin, known for his creativity and that outside-the-box thinking. I think it's a good fit with this forward-thinking front office.
Throw good, Paul George.
And you know, George is a tough cover. The length, the range, smooth athlete, very difficult to match up with.
And when you talk to people about the Bulls, GA, Michael Jordan's shadow still looms large over this team and organization.
And Kevin, they haven't won a championship before or since he was in Chicago. They've had plenty of good players, Derrick Rose, an MVP, Jimmy Butler as well. But the results haven't been there. And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Pass to Buzelis. Back to Giddey. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Giddey's got his second bucket of the night.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, I got a few minutes with Billy Donovan. Well, we talked about how difficult a matchup Joel Embiid can be for a defense. Coach told me it's all about not letting him get established down low and making him try to beat us with longer shots. If we do that, I think we'll be fine. Of course, saying it on the sidelines is one thing, and doing it on the court, quite another. Guys?
Thank you, David. Up top, Embiid. Vucevic defending. And that one's good. Maxey.
You got to get out on that if you're the defender. Maxey is very capable from beyond the arc.
And Billy Donovan decides to call timeout. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Fires the 3. White, good.
An assertive offensive player. White knows he has the green light to rise and fire.
Embiid with the screen on Giddey. Maxey attacking. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Maxey's got his 3rd basket of the night right there. Bulls trail by 7. Doubled by Maxey. The wide open look here for Vucevic. Off target from 3-point range. And Embiid has got the ball here for the Philadelphia 76ers. And they double up Embiid. The shot by George, wide open. That's good, and it's Embiid with the assist. Embiid's got 4 assists in the game. Outside, White. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Now here's Embiid, defended by Dosunmu. Oubre can't get it to go. Pass to Vucevic. Over in the corner, White knocks down the 3-ball. White's got a couple of threes now in the first for Chicago.
Man, you have got to honor White on the perimeter. Once he gets comfortable from there, it's going to be bad news for the defense.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Here's Giddey after the made shot from Kelly Oubre. Dosunmu, and it's Dosunmu with the jam.
And a solid playmaker, White has a great sense for when he should look to give it up.
Pass to Embiid. And the dunk by Embiid.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now.
Well, you know what? You don't want to do too much to get an opponent riled up. You got to be mindful of that.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
You know, guys, it seems to me as though he's over anxious. He seems to be pressing, trying too hard, moving too fast. Just needs to calm himself down and wait for good shots.
And Billy Donovan decides to call timeout. He wants to check in with his team and regroup.
On your feet and make some noise. Substitution on the court.
Bulls trail by 11. Jones, the pass to White. That's in, coming off an assist from Jones. White's got 9.
And White understands his role on this team. They look to him to drain that jumper.
Hey, Greg, Kobe White has proven he can run the show.
Yeah, well, he's more than just a scorer. He's become a quality playmaker with better decision-making. But his biggest improvement has been his efficiency. Obviously, a mix-up defensively on that possession.
The 76ers leading by 8. Embiid with the screen on White. Driving in.
Yeah, they have gone full throttle from the opening tip, showing no signs of letting up.
And, you know, when you've got a chance to put a team away early, you got to take it.
Pass to Herter. Back to White. Bulls moving the ball around. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. George passes to Embiid. And the dunk by Embiid.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Embiid finds Oubre. Fires the 3. It's rebounded by Herter. Bulls trail by 12. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Knocks it loose. They double him with George. On the wing, Jones. Cans it from downtown. Jones has got it back down to single digits for Chicago. Embiid from outside. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for the 76ers. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. Right back after this break. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Philadelphia?
A lot of high motor play from them in this one, allowing them to kind of charge through the defense and find good looks.
You know, I also like the fact they've been really aggressive in attacking from behind the arc. They could do a lot of damage from there tonight.
So on the floor for Philadelphia, we've got George. Oubre out there with Joel Embiid. Then there's Tyrese Maxey.
Boxing out Embiid has to be a focal point for them, or else he'll continue to eat them up on the offensive glass.
To the inside. And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession.
Remains Chicago ball.
Here's Giddey. Down it goes. His third basket. He's now 3 for 4.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Oubre can't get it to go. And it's Williams with the ball for the Chicago Bulls. They trail by 9 points. And the dunk by Smith.
Smith finishing with power. I like that dunk right there.
Philadelphia's gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly. They set the pick. And that one is stuffed right through.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
Boy, and I used to love going up and jamming it down like that, guys.
Now here's Embiid. He's got 11. Oubre outside. Misses the 3.
And, you know, the defense to me looked like they were okay to let him prove he could make that shot.
And Clark, we know the last handful of years, the 76ers have been a threat in the East.
7 straight years of playoff runs. Can't get past that second-round barrier, though, Kevin. But as far as success, they've been as consistent as it comes in the East the last decade.
Chicago making a switch here. Collins is checked in, and Billy Donovan decides to call timeout. He's ready to talk things through with the team. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. No one near Herder as he lets it fly. And the Bulls with another miss. Embiid inside, working on Collins. Oubre, good.
A legitimate sniper from distance. Love seeing Oubre Jr. shoot it with such precision.
And that one, good. Collins has got his first points of the night. The 76ers leading by 10. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
Drills it from outside. Collins has got 5 points in the quarter.
Boy, a big man with great touch from deep, always a valuable commodity in today's game.
Maxey passes to Embiid, and Embiid throws it down.
You know, with his size and offensive versatility, the defense really has its hands full with Embiid.
This one for 3, and it's Joel Embiid with the rebound. Philadelphia's gone 6 of 12 from outside, a very nice 50% mark, shooting the 3-ball well. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Maxey's got 10 points in the game.
When Maxey has the ball, you got to keep him from getting downhill, or he's just going to take those points.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, Bulls coach Billy Donovan gives perspective. He says, I used to come back from a tough road loss, go straight to the office and pull an all-nighter, trying to figure out what went wrong. My highs were too high and my lows were too low. You have to realize so much of it is just luck, the breaks of life. Kevin?
That's right, D.A. We respect Billy Donovan as much as any coach in the NBA. But a good outlook there, you're right. Hey, thank you. Now here's Embiid. Here's George driving the lane, and it's George finishing it off.
George can be so deadly on the drive. He's got great quickness. He sees an opening and takes it right away.
Giddey finds Herder. From deep, Collins. Rebound by the 76ers. Now Embiid, 13 points in the game. And they double up Embiid. Oubre for 3. Rebound by Williams. Bulls trail by 15. Down low, here's Collins. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. Collins has got 7 points here in this quarter. For years, it seemed like the league was going to go smaller. But lately, Greg, it seems like size is back in fashion.
Yeah, I mean, look at the MVP award, right? Centers and Jokic and Embiid winning it recently. Even Giannis, I wouldn't consider him small. And just overall around the NBA, it feels like bigger teams are having more success.
He's defended by Herter. For three, Oubre. He can't get it to go.
Well, most games he can knock it down from deep, but it just isn't there for him in this one.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you could see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up.
And that's what those alley-oops will do for a team. Ignition, switch, ignited.
So Chicago ends up going with the new group. And Philadelphia also making a switch. Drummond's checked in. The 76ers with another miss.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Here's Jones. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits. Jones has got 5 points so far. George passes to Drummond. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. And the 76ers lead by 11. And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for Chicago. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. Bulls shooting their first free throw of the evening.
At the line for the Bulls.
And so he hits the technical free throw.
The athleticism and blinding speed White possesses is impressive. This guy plays with a lot of moxie.
They double him with George, and that's a foul called on Kelly Oubre. That is his first foul of the game. And the 76ers making a change here. Embiid's checked in.
Number 21, Joel Embiid.
Doubled by Oubre. Pass to Buzelis. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. And he gets it to go. 12 points for him.
Yeah, attacking the interior is something White does well. He's crafty, and he makes good adjustments against the defense. Unwilling to let up, even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
And one of the most underrated bigs in the NBA. Vucevic quietly dominates on a consistent basis.
And the 76ers with a completely new group now. And both free throws good for Vucevic.
Really always a plus to have a big guy stroke it from the line like that. The soft touch on full display.
Here's Grimes. That one's in, his first shot this game.
I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently neither did the defenders.
Pass to Buzelis. A three-pointer off the mark. Philadelphia leading by 10. 29 seconds left in the first half. Here's Drummond. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Outside White. Here's Buzelis. Here's Jones. And he banks in the layup. Jones has got his third bucket of the night.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
That's a textbook example of how to move the ball. Boy, you gotta love that action.
Here's Vucevic. Good D by Drummond.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
And so it's the Philadelphia 70s. Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway. And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. Joel Embiid has been sensational.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
Yeah, you know what? I think he's doing exactly what he has to do. Using his body, shaking off contact, and then finishing at the rim.
The guard set is Giddey and White. Buzelis out there with Dosunmu. And it's Vucevic in at the center. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. And what about the evolution of Tyrese Maxey? Greg, according to him, he's just getting started.
Well, Kevin, I'd have to agree. I mean, he's got some big shoes to fill with James Harden leaving, but each year this guy has just gotten better. And not only has he matched Harden's production in Philadelphia, I think he's exceeded it.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. This team has handed a lot of responsibility to Tyrese Maxey, but Greg, he's lived up to it.
And has grown very well into his role with the team. Shown that he can be a scorer all over the floor. Amazing to think how far he's come in such a short amount of time.
Maxey hits them both. We've seen Tyrese Maxey and his game go to another level. Clark, what makes him a top-level scorer in your opinion?
Kevin, there are a couple of things that really stand out. His sheer speed with the ball is remarkable. His fearlessness and confidence, every great scorer has that. And then his ability to knock down the three-point shot off the catch or off the dribble gives him an added step of quickness when he's taking it to the rack. And all of that makes him a dynamic scorer.
Now here's White. He's got 14. Jacks up a 3. Sinks the triple. White's got 17 now.
Another bomb for him right now. His three-point shooting might be the key to cutting that lead.
I don't think there's any question about it. I mean, as long as he keeps knocking them down, they might as well keep going back to the well. No reason to let it run dry. Keep firing that thing.
They double him with George. There's the steal. And now Philadelphia on the break. Here's the 3. Traps in the tray. And now it's an 11-point Philadelphia lead.
Oh, nice work finding the open man by George. Plays like this prove he's a team player.
Pass to Embiid. Shoots over White. Embiid, no good. On the wing, Dosunmu. And it's Vucevic in the corner. Connects from three-point range. He's got 8.
Boy, you look at Vucevic right there. That's clearly a shot that he's worked on. The proof is in the pudding.
It's good. Nice touch there from Maxey. And the 76ers lead by 10. And Billy Donovan decides to call timeout. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with this team. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Pass to Giddey. Back to Dosunmu. And it's Dosunmu with the jam.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Yeah, you know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
And Joel Embiid is a giant center. Clark, his size, his arm span. How does his sheer size, do you think, affect the game?
Well, he's a mountain of a man. Not only is he tall, he's wide, and he's deep too, Kevin. In other words, he's hard to get around. And he's also hard to challenge because he's north and south. So, and you factor in his touch, this guy does things that I've not really seen a guy of his size do, particularly when you talk about pity-patting the dribble and knocking down face-up jumpers all the way out to the three-point line. It should almost be unlawful for a guy north of 3 bills to be doing that. And, you know, even though he's not a lights-out shooter from deep, the defense still has to be more aggressive there.
Back to Giddey. Outside, White. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. And here's Embiid. He'll bring it up for Philadelphia. And they double up Embiid. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
And what's been impressive is that it's not been any one player. It's been a collective effort, contributions from everybody.
And White with the stuff.
And right now, White, red hot. Just everything he puts up seems to go in.
Maxey passes to Embiid. Rebounded by Vucevic. Vucevic has got his 7th rebound here tonight. And Some nice ball movement here by Chicago. And he comes up with the deuce. Giddey's got 12 points in the game.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
And you know that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
How frustrating for the defense. You get the stop, but then fail to block out.
Well, you know, that's the way it's going to be for them today, fellas. Can't sustain any momentum.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you. Tyrese Maxey has stepped up into a starring role with the 76ers. He says these guys have the ultimate confidence in me, all the way from the organization down to the players. So I can just go out there and be aggressive, play my game, even do mistakes. It's all part of extraordinary growth for the guard. Kevin?
EA thanks. He is rewarding their faith. And I love his statement on growth. He's always looking to expand. Oubre, he gets that one to drop. He's now 5 of 12.
Crafty at cashing in from there. Oubre Jr. enjoys working on his interior game when given the opportunity.
Dosunmu, the pass to White. Nailed from three-point land. White's got 22 points.
Maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot that D can afford to give him.
Here's Maxey, and misses it off the right side of the rim. Bulls trail by 11. Giddey the pass to Dosunmu, and it's Dosunmu with the jam.
And way to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking.
Well, I tell you what, he loaded up as much power as he could behind that two-hand.
Now here's Dosunmu. He has 6. Giddey no good. The 76ers leading by 9. Embiid sets the pick for Maxey. Embiid punches it down.
That's how you run the pick and roll. Maxey capping it off with the perfect pass.
Outside White. Over in the corner, Dosunmu. No good on the triple. 76ers have gone better than 53% from the floor since halftime. Shooting 8 of 15. And they double up Embiid. Shoots. It's rebounded by Giddey.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
To the paint. And slam dunk by Vucevic.
No higher percentage shot than that, guys. You love seeing Vucevic finish at the rim like that. Excellent aggressiveness there.
Here's Embiid. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
How about battling through the impact there and then willing that basketball in?
Boy, it does your heart good to see that kind of determination in a player. Really excellent focus that time.
Clark, we know what a great player Joel Embiid is. He was the 2023 MVP, and he was on that same road until he got injured last season.
Unfortunate to see the big fella Embiid deal with the injuries that he has throughout his career, even going back to his 1 year in college. It's unfortunate, but that has hampered what is a special, special talent in Embiid.
Bulls trail by 10. Herter with it. Smith the pass to Jones. Back to Smith. Over in the corner, White. Pass to Smith. And Smith with the stuff.
And this guy, to me, embodies determination. Small at his position, but he still gets up and keeps plays alive. That's mind over matter for sure.
Well, we thought the officials are going to review the play to see if he released the ball before the buzzer.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, you know, some might say, hey, can't we just skip the replay this time around? But you just never know.
Yeah, anything can happen. I mean, they want to get the call.
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
And Secaucus queuing up the footage for the officials.
A big-time effort for Joel Embiid, providing a lot of energy.
It's time.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks, as always, for joining us. And so here is Philadelphia. At one point, they led by 16. Taking a look at the 76ers. Edwards is out there with Andre Drummond. Then there's Lowry. And it's McCain in at the 3. Bulls trail by 10. Williams passes to Herter. He dents the rim with a two-handed slam. Wow.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
Any lull in the action so far has been short-lived because there have been nothing but buckets in this one.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Grimes with the bucket. Bulls shooting certainly a key for them in this one. 55% from the field. Giddey and the Bulls another three.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Boy, it's been a three-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
Bulls trail by 6. Pass to Smith. Edwards brings the double team. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Lets it fly. Nails the baby hook.
Night in and night out, consistently, Smith makes a solid effort in there.
Outside Lowry. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It goes on Josh Giddey.
All the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
And team-wide, they've been terrific from the line here. Just one of those nights when the confidence has spread from one player to the next.
Look, Kyle Lowry can never rely on being the bigger guy on the floor. So he has to rely on his smarts and guile and toughness instead. He's a very, very high IQ player. Boy, they dodged one there, guys. I mean, he got the wide-open look that he wanted, just didn't knock it down.
Ball's knocked loose. And now Jones running the floor all by himself. He gets it in there.
And such a huge play, guys. I mean, that's a 4-point swing, possibly. Tremendous steal and conversion right there.
Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup. And the 76ers lead by 6. Pass to Giddey. And that comes off the assist by Jones. Jones has got his 4th assist in this one. 76ers have gone 3 of 5 here in the 4th quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Good for his 9th make in just 12 shots. That's an even 75% shooting.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Philadelphia leading by 6. For 3. It's all in by the Bulls. Giddey's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Outside, Jones. Back to Giddey. 6 to shoot. He makes his 9th shot of the game. He has only missed 4.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
You know, they want the ball in his hands here because they trust him to hit all the big shots.
Lowry finds Oubre. And Jones pulls it down. And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. 4-point game. Pass to Giddey. There's the 3. That one finds the mark. It's the 10th time he's done that tonight on 14 shots.
So many of the plays they're running designed to create opportunities from deep.
You know, that's exactly their plan here in the 4th. Work to find space behind the arc and then bury some threes.
Yeah, nothing too fancy. Just getting the job done when they need to. Make every possession count.
So for the Bulls, Vucevic checked in for Jalen Smith. Bruce Ellis comes in for Patrick Williams. And it's Kobe White in for Jones. Embiid, he's checked in for Philadelphia. Tyrese Maxey comes in for Kyle Lowry. And here's Vucevic. Pass to White. And White slams it in.
And at 6'5", White more than capable athletically, like the aggressiveness there.
Embiid the screen. Inside. And Embiid throws it down.
Joel Embiid Embiid on top of things there, folks, recognizing a big possession and commanding the ball.
And the timeout called here by Billy Donovan. He's clearly intent on wanting to lock in and make sure everyone's on the same page. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Billy Donovan's huddle with his team. He begged his players to keep it simple out there. He told them one possession at a time. Don't look at the scoreboard. What's most important is running our plays and being aggressive defensively. We'll see if they can follow that game plan. Guys?
Thanks, David. Oubre, a screen on Giddey. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Checking in at about 200 pounds, Maxey is much stronger than he appears.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the 76ers.
The way they've been able to consistently get past the defense and to the cup has been most impressive. They've almost made it look pedestrian.
And they've also played exceptionally well in the paint tonight, taking advantage of their opportunity to work inside.
So they take the lead. Dosunmu's got the lead up to 1 now for the Bulls.
You've got to give them a lot of credit for just battling back into this game.
Extremely impressive was the rally they made. I mean, we'll see how much their comeback might have taken out of them, and we'll see if they can keep that foot on the pedal now.
Maxey, no good. Chicago's gone 4-6 from beyond the arc in the fourth quarter so far. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Third personal foul. First team foul.
He drops the first one, and that will put them up by 2. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 3-point game.
And that was huge right there, just as cool as he could be. And he's been clutch at the line there in a very tense moment.
Nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup. 24 points for him.
It looked like that was going to be blocked, but then he pulled the Houdini act and flipped it in for the score.
They double him with George. Here's Dosunmu, and the Bulls with another miss.
Well, I cannot believe he didn't capitalize there, and neither can he.
Embiid the screen. Here's George. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
Hey, you know that George is going to take the shot when the game is up for grabs. I mean, that's who he is, and that's what's expected of him. He's an exceptional decision maker in these situations, which makes it even more obvious. And, you know, you develop a level of trust with your teammates when you show the kind of concentration that Vucevic shows in these situations. He's the total package.
The 76ers trail. Embiid inside. Giddey defending. Oubre got the loose ball, but that will be a backcourt violation.
Boy, in a game this snug, you can ill afford to commit those kinds of turnovers.
Andre Drummond's checked in for Embiid. Giddey against Maxey. Pass to Vucevic. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. And it's Drummond with the ball. He'll bring it up for Philadelphia. Drummond is doubled. And George kicks to Maxey. Vucevic against George. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. And so here is Chicago. They lead by 1. Doubled by Maxey. It's White on the wing. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
First personal foul. Third team foul.
So the first one drops, and that will put them up by 2. And Philadelphia making a change here.
Taking 2 shots.
And so he drops them both. It's a 3-point game.
That last free throw was critical. Their only choice now is to go for the 3 to tie.
For 3, Oubre.
Oh, my goodness! Before the hole!
How about that?
And guys, that's one for the highlight reel. They needed a 3 to extend the game, and the young fella delivered.
And regulation now complete. We will go to overtime, and we'll return shortly. Well, 4 quarters weren't enough to decide this ballgame. Sit back and enjoy as we move on to overtime. The guard set is Giddey and White. Dosunmu is out there with Buzelis. And it's Vucevic in at the pivot, manning the middle. It's good. Nice touch there from Maxey.
Finishing despite the contact on him. Serious toughness from Maxey there.
White looking around. Pass to Vucevic. And the basket is good. 14 points for Vucevic. 76ers shooting extremely well. 62% of the night to this point. And George with the stuff.
Because of his incredible scoring ability, many consider George to still be a star.
Buzelis with the ball. Pass to Vucevic. It's good. Vucevic has got it all tied up now for the Bulls.
There you go again. A nice kick out after the D had collapsed on him.
To the middle. Here's Embiid. And Embiid throws it down.
Man, nice to see how Embiid operates in the pick and roll. Knows how to set hard screens as well as where and when to roll.
And the timeout called here by Billy Donovan. He has decided it's the right time to talk. And Chicago shooting a smooth 58% from the field. Everything going according to plan for them on that end. White wide open. He fires. Offline with his three. Down low. Here's George. Embiid finds Maxey. That three off the mark. For Chicago, they've gone 2 of 3 from the floor as we've gotten this overtime period underway. Pass to Vucevic. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Quite honestly, Vucevic is highly skilled at getting defenders to be physical with him. I mean, he's welcoming of contact, especially when he's going up for a shot.
And both free throws good for Vucevic.
He's basically automatic from the line, not the guy you want to send there now.
Embiid with the screen on Giddey. Vucevic with the ball.
Denied. Return to sender. That's something you expect from a 7-footer like Vucevic.
Buzelis with the ball. Embiid's there. 5 to shoot. Chicago needs to get off a shot here. Vucevic with the bucket.
Well, it's been a work in progress, but it actually has paid dividends. Vucevic has worked hard to become a legitimate three-point shooter.
We're just over 2.5 minutes into overtime in this exciting game. Embiid, no good.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Here's Vucevic, and Joel Embiid pulls it down. The 76ers trail by 3. Here's George. Buzelis grabs the board. And so it's Giddey with it. He brings it up for the Bulls. And the 3 off target. High post, Embiid. And they double up Embiid. No one near Maxey as he lets it fly. It's in! A tremendous 3 to tie it up.
He's so clutch. When the pressure is at its highest, that's when he's at his very best.
Out of bounds, it'll be 76ers ball.
Huge turnover there, and at a bad time, too. You have to value every possession.
A big-time possession here.
Yeah, and their hearts must be going 100 miles an hour right now.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Got it! And the timeout called here by Billy Donovan. This is a huge moment, folks, in this game. And he wants to be prepared. And talking about the approach now, what are they looking at?
Big chance here to tie it with a bucket.
A critical possession, no doubt. We'll see what they draw up.
Now here's Giddey. Pass to Vucevic. Back to Giddey from downtown. The 3 won't fall. So it's the 76ers taking the win in a close game. And they had some nervous moments down the stretch, but things finally came together for them in overtime.
Yeah, probably didn't anticipate that this one would be that close down the wire.
Thank you, David. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is